Okay. All right. All right. Let me just open up in prayer because I think everybody that's going to be here today is here. So let me open in prayer. Father God, we just thank you for this day. I thank you for each person here and each family that's represented. I pray that as we go over these different things for our trip that's coming up on Thursday, Father, that you would just give us clarity of thinking, that we would be able to kind of process everything that we hear, and just be able to just have a really enjoyable trip. Father, I pray that even now, whether it's through the books or just your Spirit working, that you would be working in the hearts and lives of each person that's going, conditioning them to learn and to know exactly what you want to teach them, leaders included, Father, on this trip. And may we just come back a little more transformed, Father, a little more reflective of you, and we'll give you the honor and glory. We just pray all these things in Christ's name. Amen. Luke Filer will be heading up this meeting. I will be interjecting some things here and there, but he's going to kind of head that up.
Try to head it up.
Try. Do you want to help pass him that way?
No.
Yes.
Started too late.
Wow.
Sorry. Okay. So I hope this meeting doesn't become too dry or too informational. Cassie told me I had to keep my sense of humor in check. So I just want to see the first thing I'm going to point out, what not to bring this, Speedos. I totally did that 2 years ago. He's like, Lou. I'm like, yes, Cassie. Good son. So just to go over some stuff first, we're going to go over like what you should be bringing, general itinerary for the parents and what you guys can expect your children to be doing on this trip. Like, I shouldn't use children. They're young people. They're not adults. Young people. And then just some other things to go over. So So you guys have the to bring list, and at the end of this thing, I'll assign, or I'll be announcing what site numbers each student. How's that? No, some of them are students. Jesus-loving young person will be at to mark not only for all your crap that you're going to be bringing, but also other stuff too. So, this is a great start. Guess what Santa Cruz normally is? Warm. Guess whenever a youth group goes, but it's not warm. So, I have in my bag here a variety of both warm and cold clothes because it gets cold. Like Cassidy said, I was sick last year when it happened, but I was able to go 2 years ago. Like, oh, it's Santa Cruz, it's the beach in August. Yeah, bring sweaters and sweatpants, because you're going to need it. Bring, appropriate beach clothes, but also warm clothes, because it does get chilly at night. We're right on the beach, and it's very foggy. No, what's the term?
It's foggy in the mornings usually, but in the evenings, most of our teaching time is on the beach, and even though we have a campfire going, it's usually fairly chilly in the evening with the breeze coming off the ocean and everything. It's nice, but it's chilly. So that's why we say it's nice to bring layers, so then you can, kind of gauge it based on the day. So
layers. Like
an onion.
Like a burrito from Taco Bell.
Or an onion. Like shred.
Or a cake. People actually like cakes. So bring appropriate clothes, and one thing that we do ask is that you guys pack everything in a bag of this size. This has everything that I will need for the trip. Okay, I lied, almost. Doesn't have my shoes. But there's going to be limited space and packing going down and coming back. If you have something more than this, like if you need this plus a little bag, you're going to be expected to carry that on the way there and around for safekeeping. But try to maintain everything you can in as small of a space as you can.
Roll.
Yeah, Dana did that once. She's like, oh look, here's my underwear. I roll it up. I roll it all up.
Pull our underwear out here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh wait, what's this? Hello. So it all works. Just roll, you get more room. Bring your Bible, bring your books, bring a little. It's not on here. Bring a notepad for writing. I don't know about when I went.
There's some space in the books too for. There's I think 3 pages, blank pages for notes. So if you were planning on taking more notes than that, then bring a little notebook.
So bring a notebook. No, just 3 pages. Oh, I have a casket.
I would put your name in this stuff too. Name in the book since everybody has it.
I already think that names are in books, but yes, make sure. with whatever you bring, be sure to label it. When you guys get here the morning, oh wait, no. So when I tell you guys your campsite number at the end, I'm sorry, scatterbrain. It's Sunday. Bring everything labeled. So like right now, number 1. No, don't worry about that part. Also label like your sleeping bag and whatever else you'll be bringing that you will not be holding on to when we get there.
When we unload there, it can be mass chaos, so people are taking stuff that maybe isn't theirs to the sites that they need to go to, because you have different assignments when you get there as to where you're going to go to help set up in whatever way. And so it's just easier to have the numbers on everything so that you can know where the stuff needs to go, even if you're not carrying your stuff.
Teamwork. So that's, you have that list when you start to pack of what you should be bringing. One main thing to notice is that the showers there cost 25 cents for 2 minutes. And unless you're like Yvonne and don't believe in showering, you're going to need some money to shower. So make sure you pack up quarters and bring them also. I remember shower shoes are encouraged if you're Yvonne. But like, I don't have shower shoes. Mike doesn't. Because he doesn't even go camping. So that works too. Okay, so that's what you should be bringing. Pay attention to that list. It should be good. Behavior we expect from the Christ-loving young people. I believe that Cassidy already has the assigned return behavior covenant of everyone here. And just to go over some of the high points of that, we don't want to allow even the slightest hint of anything that could go wrong at Santa Cruz or something that is carnal and worldly. So one thing that we ask is, or that we're actually demanding, is that guys and girls not allowed on the other sites unless a shepherd is present or they're helping out or a leader's present or something like that. So if you are caught, like if a young man is caught on a woman's site, there will be consequences.
And then your parent drives to Santa Cruz and picks you up, and then you leave.
You get whisked away, it's more like it. So that's one of the main...
This was on the beach?
Wait, what?
Do what?
You said this was on the beach? I'll drive down there and just toss them in the ocean. Then I'll drive back.
The seals are right in the ocean too. I almost got killed by a dolphin.
There's a nice pier down there.
That's very true.
Can you say
Sea
Tom?
lions.
It's tall, huh? Ooh, it smells good. So that's one thing that we really want to be able to control, is not to have either, opposite gendered at other sites or even a young man and a young woman going off together. Like I said, we don't want to allow even the slightest hint of anything that could go wrong or be perceived as wrong. And if it does, there will be harsh consequences for that. Your parents will be called and you will be taken away. Don't do it. It hasn't happened yet. It's called streak, people.
Yeah, so when we're at the boardwalk too, you're able to disperse and go about and everything. You have to stay with at least one other person, and if you're with just one other person at the boardwalk, it has to be somebody of the same gender. Does that make sense? So you can't use that excuse like, oh, well, we were together. Like, no, that doesn't work. And then as far as like setting up at the sites and everything, if you're assigned to, like a guy may be assigned to put up a tent on a girl site, that's acceptable as long as there's a shepherd present the entire time. Does that make sense? Like, we're really stringent on this one in particular. So, just FYI.
Some other things that were in the behavior covenant is we also want to make these 4 days as free from outside influences as possible, and one of the main things how we do that is by not allowing electronics to be brought. So no phones, no iPods, no music, no MP3 players, nothing like that. Because we do want to be able to have you guys like, you've done technology fast before, right? To be able to like completely set aside everything that does take up a lot of your time normally and be able to set it aside and focus on Christ for a few days.
How many of you have been to Santa Cruz before? Woo! Okay, so that is a testimony that you are able to survive. Okay, that's like living proof that you are able to survive without like your cell phone or your iPod or...
And we even want to come back.
Yeah, and they want to come back too, so that says a lot more.
But for parents, we have...
Yeah, on the parent contact card, you'll notice at the bottom there's about 6 different leaders, their cell phone numbers. And if you have an emergency situation and you need to get a hold of your teen, you're Christ-loving young person,
What's up?
then you can call one of those numbers, and we can get that taken care of. So there is that contact in emergency situations, just not like
Hi, how are you?
Angry Birds and things like that, and of the sort. So.
Physics breaks. Scientific. So no electronics allowed at all, except we do ask that you guys bring a watch or a timer of some sort, because our itinerary when we get there, it's going to be very, all right, guess what? Breakfast is at 7:30. I don't know, it's way too early. Breakfast is at 9:30. We have to be in the car by this time. Come back free time from the beach here. If you're late for a few minutes even, it costs money. So keep on bringing dollar bills plus quarters too. So do bring a watch or a timer of some sort. If you don't normally do that, invest for the future. So, no shoes and tents, that's the dumbest rule.
Well, I know a lot of you guys use your cell phone as your alarm clock. Find something else. Buy a $5 watch at Walmart or something.
Well,
'Cause
don't you give the shepherds a little alarm clock?
yeah, some of them will have alarm clocks, and it's just really important because, like Luke said, we have kind of specific times that, like at the boardwalk, you have a specific time frame that you'll need to check in, and if you're late, like for those things, you get charged money, which he'll go over in just a minute. But I want this to, like, I want to just say that, like, the reason that we do this stuff isn't because, like, we're jerks and we want money. That's part of it. But no, it's really because when you take a group of 31 people anywhere, 32 including Caleb, we have the whole group in mind when we do this stuff. And so it's really, when we say, hey, this time, and if you're not here at this time, then you owe us money, it's not because we're jerks and we want your money, as much as it is that that we want to keep everybody, have it be good for everybody. Because it's always really fun when 30 people are there, and then the one person is like wandering around like, where's my group? And like we have to wait for half an hour, send people out, and then we're there late, and then everybody's frustrated at that person. Doesn't make for a good trip. So that's why we are so stringent about this stuff, and partially because we're jerks and want your money.
What do we do with that money? I don't see it.
We put it in a cruise fund.
Oh, you have a son now, so
Yeah,
college.
it goes to new clothes for Caleb.
Okay, makes sense. Just to go over a few things that will cost money, because it is the way that we, you'll actually pay attention if you're going to use money, right, Jeff? Yeah, that's it. Is not only for meeting times. If you're late by 5 minutes, it's $1, and each minute after that, it's $1 also. I remember. Oh, okay, wait, I'll tell the story in a second. Also, anytime that we have a book, or we find one of your books or your Bible laying around.
These are the booklets. You'll get one.
Put your name on it.
Oh, that's it.
Name and site number, so we know whose it is.
Oh, very nice. That's high quality. You should let me see that. Anytime we find one of those laying around too, woo! It's $1 also. So, keep your stuff, know where it is at all times, be on time, and it will be easy. One thing that we do have everyone do at least once on the trip is help out with food. For those of you who don't know, that's Erin Hastings. She is Cassidy's baby's mom. I was thinking if I should say that or not. Too late, I already did. She is coming this year, and she is helping with the food. She's going to be the main person prepping the food for each
Coordinating
dinner. And each Christ-loving young person will be assigned at least one meal where they're going to help out. And she'll let you know when that is, but if you're late for that, that's also another $1 for 5 minutes, $1 for each minute after that. I remember 2 years ago, a young man, he's not here, I wasn't going to say his name, but that's wrong, slept through his breakfast call, and I think it was like 20-some bucks by the end.
Yeah. He was like, I think he was like 37 minutes late.
Yeah.
Like he showed up, and so.
I don't even think he ever paid that though. So.
No, he did.
But you guys have to pay. The baby needs clothes. So again, just be on time, keep all your stuff together, bring money for showers, bring money for other stuff, you should be good. Concerning food, when we're traveling, each Christ-loving young person gets $7 for the lunch on the way there and the way back. So the Thursday on the way there, they're each going to get $7. They spend more than that.
That's enough for like a meal deal. I
Yeah, like we're stopping at In-N-Out on the way there.
3x3 meal costs like $7.59, so
So you can get like a double combo, and that should be enough to cover it. Any change that you have left over, give back to you, whoever you're riding
I was
with.
going to say, I don't need to eat lunch.
But if you
$7.
eat more than that,
Yeah, if you eat more than that, then bring money to cover the extra. You only get $7.
Yeah. On the way over there, we're going to be stopping at Chick-fil-A on early Thursday morning, right? Yeah. At like, what, 8:30 or so, as I think we normally get there. And we're only going to treat that as a restroom stop, but if you do need breakfast, that's going to be money that you're going to have to supply yourself. That also goes with whenever we're at the boardwalk on Saturday. I don't even know the days.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Saturday we're going to the boardwalk, right? You're going to need money for any food that you purchase there or rides you go on, etc. A full day to go on unlimited rides is $30
Plus tax.
plus tax. And if you don't want to get the whole pass, it's like $3 to $5 tickets per ride, and a ticket costs $1.
I would also check online because a couple years ago you guys went online and got like Costco coupons or something like that. So
What?
there's things out there that
What's the name of it?
check online. Yeah.
Boardwalk. So, find the best deal. If not, I know that it's $30 there plus tax for the unlimited rides, not including food. And
Yeah, if you want something like food, like a deep fried Twinkie or deep fried Oreo, which they sell there, or those really good like candy, like almonds and things like that.
fake tattoos.
That's extra. Bring extra for that at the boardwalk. You will. I will say you don't have to like bring extra money for your lunch that day. We're actually that morning, Saturday morning, we're gonna make our lunches, and we'll have bag lunches at the boardwalk. So you don't have to be like, I'm gonna have to go from breakfast to dinner if I don't have money. You have lunch. It's just for any extra souvenirs or anything like that. You'll need to bring extra money.
That works out. So, concerning driving, okay, wait, have I done this yet? No, okay. So the most important thing for concerning the parents and timing is Thursday morning we expect them here at 6 a.m. We're going to leave, what, 7? I don't even know.
As close to 6 a.m. as possible. By 6 a.m. Not like waking up thinking, oh, I should have been at the church at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So like, be here
at
by.
6. Have your stuff
By
ready so we can get
6
in
a.m.
cars easily. That'll be good. So Thursday, July 12th at 6 a.m. Please have your Christ loving young person here. And then we expect to be back in the parking lot on Sunday around 7 p.m. I think on the final stop coming back, final rest break, we actually call the parents. Is that correct?
Yeah, we usually, on the way back, we make, after In-N-Out, we'll stop at outside of Fairfield for a restroom break. Then we'll stop in Truckee, outside of Truckee for another restroom break. And youth will call their parents to let them know that we're about an hour and a half out. And then we make one final stop before getting to the church at Safeway to fill up on gas. Then we'll be here. So in the past, we've always said like 6:30. 6 or 6:30, but over the past like 3 or 4 years, like we've noticed that we always get back at 7, so we just decided to adjust the schedule and reflect that. So we'll be back around 7.
About 7:30.
7:45. We're not that.
5 minutes.
That could be. So, this card that you have, as Cassidy said, it has numbers of a few of the leaders who are going on it. Again, my number's on it, so don't worry about it. I'll be fine. But it also has a general itinerary of what we'll be doing as a group for each day. So, just in case you want to know what...
Essentially, we're going to be doing, 2 years ago, we tried the boardwalk on Friday. That was a horrible idea. So, last year and this year, we switched it back to Friday. Basically, we get down there Thursday. Friday is a beach day at our beach there the whole day. And then Saturday is boardwalk day, so we'll go to the boardwalk from, I think it's 2 to 5, or, no, 1 to 5, I think. We're at the boardwalk, and then be back at the campsites at night, and then Sunday we head out. So basically, Friday is beach day, Saturday is boardwalk day.
And Thursday and Sunday are travel days.
Yep.
Also, the address of the campground that we're going to be at is on the card for your reference, just in case. Not that you need it, but just in case. So, let's see. Concerning the riding and how we're going to be transporting everyone there and back, it's going to be somewhat of a raffle situation. So when you guys get here, you're dropped off Thursday morning at 6 a.m. All your names are going to be in a hat, essentially.
No, the driver's names will be in the hat.
Oh.
And you'll draw a name, and then whoever's name you draw, that's who you'll ride with down there to the boardwalk and back. And then we'll redraw on Sunday before we come back. So it just switches it up and allows us not to manipulate who's riding with it.
That's right. Gives people a chance to talk to someone they probably would have not otherwise. One thing about that, there is no ride switching. Ernest, understand? So you can't like say, oh no, look, I totally pulled Luke's name. You don't want me. So, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
so on the way there and on the way back, whoever's driver's name you pull, you're that all the way, even at the boardwalk?
Yeah, so whoever's name you draw on Thursday morning, that's who you ride with the entire way to Manresa. Okay, so no switching at Chick-fil-A or In and Out or anything like that. You'll ride all the way there with them. Then on Saturday when we go to the boardwalk, you'll ride with the same group and back. And then the only time you'll switch who you ride with is when on Sunday morning, when we come back, we'll redraw at the campsites before we head out.
So yeah, again, it just gives you opportunities to. Yeah. Oh, Caleb's fine. He gets to drive with his mom all day. So again, when you show up on Thursday morning, please have everything labeled. If you're going to be packing it, if you have extra stuff, it's going to be on your lap the whole way there and the whole way back. So, to go over the 10 arrangements. These are set in stone, so once we get there, there's no switching around, just as for driving also. If you guys want to, if your parents want to write the number, if you guys have a pen and want to write the number that you're going to be on, so that'll make it easily when you label all your stuff and get here. So, for the men, there are 2 sites for the men and 3 for the women, and we also have a 6th site for eating, which is where I personally want to sleep, but whatever.
That's where Aaron and I and Caleb will be.
That's not on here.
Yeah, it is right here. It's at the top.
Boing. Well, okay, they'll be at their own site. Site 43 will have Griffin Adair, Tristan Callahan, Stephen Franey, Jacob Ibarra, and Zach Thompson, with Eric Thompson, Mike Jepson, and John Manassian supervising. So again, that's Site 43. Site 46 is myself and Curtis Cho, and the students in there are David Ellison, Ernest Hall, Kevon Heath, and Jeffrey LeMay. So 46.
What number was that?
46. 46. For the women, Rebecca Jepson and Dana Manassian will be heading up a tent with Lauren Bain, Sarah Coda, Rachel Exidi, Leah Pingle, and Nicole Steinhardt, and that's again 48. Site 49 will be headed up by Rachel Cho and Ashley Rhea, and we'll have Natalie Bain and Lauren Steinhardt in that 7-person tent for 4 hours. So that's Site 49. Oh, there's 2 on Site 49? Oh, okay. Also on Site 49, Casey Hastings will be in a 6-person tent with 3 other people. So Michaela Clune, Dominique Coda, and Chloe Wacker.
Does anybody have a question on what site number they needed?
That number has to be on everything.
Yeah, so that number that you just wrote down on your what to bring list, that number needs to be on your bag, on your sleeping bag, on your pillow. It doesn't have to be on each article of clothing or anything like that, but just like whatever thing you have, like your bag, really your bag, your sleeping bag, your pillow, and your chair. Like your camping beach chair or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
that needs to be on there.
Oh, I lied again. I don't have my chair right. Don't worry about it. It's fine. How's it go? Look, this is my chair.
That's it.
I'm taking this.
You don't have to fit your chair in your bag.
Is that a challenge?
I mean, put things in your pillow, like your towel or that.
Be crafty.
Everybody got their site number. I don't want everybody to show up. Please do this beforehand. Every year we have like half the people show up and be like, I didn't have tape. Like, buy some masking tape and a Sharpie. Or duct tape if you want. It's really sticky. Hence why it works, but or blue painter's tape. But please make sure you do that before you get here. Okay? Label everything with your site number before you get here on Thursday.
Makes everything run much more efficiently. So, one thing that I did not mention, and this will just be awkward now. Okay, since men can't bring Speedos, obviously, since we have to treat ladies the same, we also ask that no woman brings a two-piece bathing suit. Or if you do, it's covered up appropriately for beach day. Yeah. Because again, we don't want to supply even the slightest hint of something that could make your parents go to the site that's unscarred. So, I think that's about it. So now we'll be handing out t-shirts.
Hang on just a second. Only 18 of the 31 people going did the food survey online, which included a section for food allergies. What? He just talked about it.
Right. So, taking.
Oh.
There was questions.
Oh. Wait, for what?
No tankini is allowed.
I think so. It would have.
I think I would take
As long as it's not like too short, like. Otherwise, we'll have to ask you to put the t-shirt on. Basically, we just don't want mid-area showing, whether that's with a t-shirt, like a dark-colored t-shirt over your bathing suit or whatever. It's just like a bunch of youth getting together. We don't want to like incite fleshly desires in anyone. So that's why we ask that.
Keep it on. Modesty.
Sorry. It's just shocking.
Not like last year.
Like you don't, and if you only have like two-piece ladies, like you don't have to go out and buy a new one. Just bring a t-shirt to wear over, like a dark-colored t-shirt to wear over. Okay. Food allergies. If you have any food allergies, we need to know about it. Okay, since only 18 people, and I think like half of those were leaders. So good job, people.
I didn't do it. Don't worry about it.
We need to know about food allergies really badly, okay? So if you have food allergies, you already turned in your medical. Let me know.
So,
Let Aaron know. That's Aaron.
baby's mine.
Okay.
I love you. One thing that we also ask the students who are coming is to think of, throughout the trip, while we're there, while we're traveling, think of ways that it could be improved and let us know afterwards. This is it's an always learning process that we're trying to make better for everyone involved. So,
in the back of the books here, there is an evaluation page that you'll fill out on Sunday when we're coming back. So just be thinking about stuff.
You don't have to just fill it out on Sunday. You can fill it out as things come to your mind.
Yeah, if you have suggestions, but I would wait until, like, there's a section where you can evaluate the teaching. Wait until all the teaching is done.
tonight's teaching sucked.
Because, like, there's been times that, like, people have rated it, and then they were like, they heard, like, the last one, and they were like, oh, that was, like, way better than everything else we heard. I would rate it differently. So, you can, if you have comments and stuff, but that's why we have it filled out on Sunday, just so you have a better view of the whole weekend. So.
Cassidy, I see on this list the backpack. Is the backpack separate from the bag you're bringing with clothes in it?
If you bring a backpack, the backpack is mainly for the boardwalk. If you need like some place to carry like an extra pair of shoes or something like that, you will have to keep, if you bring a backpack and you don't pack an empty backpack in your bag, you'll have to keep it on your lap on the way down because of space limitations. Does that make sense?
And if you do, it probably should be labeled with your site number.
Yes. Or else you'll be fined $1. I'm just kidding.
Every time. I'm hiding it on purpose. So, unless there's anything else, is it time to hand out t-shirts or?
Anybody have, can y'all think, any leaders, can y'all think of anything that we left out?
Any questions from parents that we might be able to answer? Meaning,
Ashley is going to have your t-shirts. She also has a couple of Sharpies. What you need to do is write your initials on the tag as soon as you get it. Okay? Write your initials on the tag of the shirt as soon as you get it. make sure you bring your shirts. It's on the what to bring list in bold with, I think, an exclamation point even, because we wear those at the boardwalk on Saturday. We all wear them. So don't show up on Thursday morning wearing it.